Welcome to a brand new edition of Currency Insights. With us is Mark Mittelstedt, Chief Designer at GND. And today we have a special guest. It's Sansha Nurkasimov, Chief Designer at the National Bank of Kazakhstan. Unfortunately, he could not come to Munich, but we're happy that he can join via a video call.
Hello, Nina. Hello, Mark.
Today we want to focus on banknote design that works. Sansha, you brought a powerful image of the eagle hunt by the Kazakh Saka culture. I understand that you incorporated the Saka culture story into your new banknote series. Could you share the reason behind selecting the Saka culture as a theme for your banknotes?
Yes, the Sakas were a population of nomadic tribesmen who lived in the plains of Eurasia from Eastern Europe to China during the 7th and 8th century BC. There were no borders at that time, but a large part of the territory is now modern-day Kazakhstan. Many artifacts preserved in their original form from that period were discovered during archaeological excavations of ancient mounds. Our new banknote series creates a sense of pride and interest in the population to explore their own culture and history, as well as to promote responsibility to nature. These banknotes foster national pride and cultural exploration.
This is very interesting and inspiring, and I see how you implemented the story into your new eye-catching design. Can you explain us how the population is engaging with it and how you brought this design into life?
Yes, indeed. This is a very eye-catching design. People engage very well with this series because this is the history of Kazakhstan. And we have the Saka culture, which has a very interesting storyline. The design was done in cooperation between GND and us. We came up with the design reflecting this ancient Saka culture, and GND integrated security features that make the design and the storyline work also in the printing process and the cash center.
Could you elaborate on how the collaboration unfolded and the coordination with GND?
This was a strong partnership with significant expertise shared between GND's design teams and our central bank. We introduced the cultural concept, and GND ensured the design were functional for various stakeholders in cash cycle, demonstrating efficient banknote processing. For example, during the design phase, they took over the task of these notes could be processed efficiently by different processing machines, of course, with close cooperation with us.
Mark, turning to you. Could you discuss the intersection between design and efficiency? So, are there any specific design principles that must be followed for operational banknote efficiency?
Absolutely, Nina. Efficiency within the cash cycle is critical, and design principles, such as the placement of security features, plays a vital role. For example, there are security features, they interfere each other, so that the machine cannot read the signal anymore. For instance, magnetic feature. Magnetic feature are features, they are only readable by machines. We have to give them ample spacing to prevent signal overlapping. And here we bring all our expertise in to design a banknote in a perfect way, and this creates efficiency for the central bank. Why? Because they have a high machine readability and a low reject rate. And of course, even more important is that we deliver the banknote and the design of the banknote counterfeit proof. It's design that works, so to say.
Sansha, when considering banknote security, which considerations were paramount?
Security is crucial. To make the banknote secure, you need a lot of expertise. You need to make the public look at the banknotes, and the security features do this. For example, the Rolling Star patch from GND or the security thread both show dynamics and both are eye-catchers. And additionally, you have the Sigma Spark. It is unlikely that anyone would be able to counterfeit these three. And that's why we placed it on our banknotes. There are also hidden security features which can only be read by machines. To put these together and to distribute them between substrate and print is very challenging. With the expertise from G&D, we got this consultancy to make this concept work for our banknote series.
Any final thoughts for central banks planning their next banknote series?
Of course, I encourage central banks to develop with us solutions that meets their specific expectations, their specific needs from the first step on. There is substrate selections, there's a visual design, and there are security features. We at G&D, we offer so many options to combine sustainability, security, and cultural relevance. Together, we can create banknotes. They have this functionality, they are counterfeit proof, and they tell a nice story, what you can see in the example of Kazakhstan. And we deliver the best possible experience in every aspect. Banknote design that works, so to say again.
Thank you, Sancha.
Thank you, both, for the interesting conversation.
Thank you, Mark, for sharing your insights into banknote design. It was truly a pleasure to have you as our guests. And we look forward to see you next time for Currency Insights.